So how are you guys? So today guys I will tell you that about the IPC, that interim payment certificate. What is actually the method for the interim payment certificate, and what is the interim payment certificate for? Actually, the how we can create the IPC in very practical way. The IPC is actually that the way from which the client is normally give the money to the contractor. It is actually the bridge from which the client normally give money to the contractor. Okay, how you can create it? For example, you are going to give a very small villa. Here this is a simple project for the foundation, and you are going to create this IPC. Per month you have to give it. Okay, so how you can create it? For example, I will help the software, the plan sheet from here. Like I will write here Islamabad plan, do it next, and I will write here Islamabad plan. Okay, like Islamabad plan, I will do it next, and finish. So you can see now that it is actually the project what you are going to watch here, you are going to see here. The first of all, I am going to set the scale here like 7 feet 9 inch. It means that 7.75 feet. Okay, write M here and I will select it, and make sure that you have to take the scale very uh, sensible way. You have to take care about each dimensions, else it can cause any error. Now you have to cross check it, like select it here, and you have to select it here. Okay, it means that now we have a scale well. Now let's check the other one, like this one. You have to check here either from, you can see that from this point, yes, dimension from this point to this point. You can see that normally a different level, normally a very different a minor change like 7 feet 7 3 by 8 and 7 to 7.5. Okay, you can see, but the thing is that the scale what you normally take, you have to take that. Okay, so I will check the IPC here like 20 feet 7.50. You have to check the scale here, 20 into 7.50. You have to check it, 7.50 divided by 12 plus 20, 20.625, and right here 20.25. Okay, now you have to select the vertical, and very carefully. Actually the drawing is faint, it's very faint, so you have to select it very carefully from one point to other point. Now we have to check that from the dimension whether it's correct or not, from this point to upper one, like up to this point. Okay, so you can see there, and if you find this line, you can also find there will be a minor change sometimes. Like it is important that you have to do the scale very carefully. Now you can see that it is scaled well, like 1 feet 1.50. It is scaled very now what is the other thing? The other thing is that now let's go to the IPC. The IPC means that till today date how much work and how much quantity you have done work. So you have to go to the linear if you want to go to the linear, if you want to go to the segment. In the segment you have to select only the segment. but in the linear it will go very clearly. You can write it like foundation RFT, and you can give its color, it's up to you. And if you create any folder you want, I want to create here like if you want to keep it in any folder you can, but still I have not created it any folder, so click on OK. So if I want to create here like foundation work, okay, and I will drag it up, okay, I will drag it here. Now you can see that it is here, and the take of summary is foundation RFT. Now for example, you have to take the center line from here, like from this point. I normally take the, sorry, I will do it on. Now you can see the tracker is on, and you have to, you can see that from where you have start the scaling, not from this point, but you have start the scaling from normally from this point. Okay, you can update it from here to here. It is normally, you can drop it here and normally up to here. Okay, up to this point. Okay, it is normally a little bit change, a little bit distance, but normally I assume that I have done this work like this point, for example, and then we have done this point, for example, and we have done till up to, you can see that you have to click very sensibly, okay, else it got wrong. Now it is the example of the IPC, not the plan Swift, so I will do it very fastly. Okay, so now you are going to do the excavation, and for example you have done the excavation work till up to this wall, up to this wall. Okay, so up to this wall you have done the foundation work. First of all you have to go to the estimating work. In the estimating work you have to click here, and you can see that you have done total 83 feet work. Okay, so it's up to you, either it is the total quantity is this one, what is the foundation width, you can add here a columns and you can edit it like foundation width, and you can do it close. Okay, so what is actually the foundation width? The foundation width, you have always know that here is the 2 feet and 9 inch. For example, I will write here 2 feet 9 inch. You can write from here, or what is the basic thing you have to follow, you have to open this software, and instead of 2 feet 9 inch you have to write here 9 divided by 12 plus 9 divided by 12 plus 2, 2.75, 2.75, and hit OK. What is the depth? The depth is here, you can see that it is the from upper side to lower side, the total depth is 3 feet, so you should write here 3 here. And what is the total quantity? That is the takeoff. Okay, multiply what? Multiply with the 2.75 and multiply it with 3 and hit OK. And you can see that the total quantity is given you till today date is 684.99, and export to Excel. After exporting it, you can see that the data has been occurred here. It is given you here 83 is the total RFT, and 2.75 and 684. Open your IPC now, for example. Okay, so for example it is a sheet, and in this sheet the total quantity you have a don't consider it this one. For example, you have a total quantity is foundation work. Okay, foundation work, and you ask that you have a total quantity. Normally I ask that, I assume here for example 1200. What is the unit? The foundation work, I ask that like CFT. Okay, cubic meter. Yeah, it's okay. For example 1200 cubic meter is the total, you have a quantity. Now you can see that till today date how much your work has been done, like 684 as per our work done according to the plan swift. Okay, but how you can create the IPC, for example. So it is the progress of the last 1 month upon your excavation work, like a project management Primavera. Go to the status, go to the started, and for example, it is the progress of your last 1 month. Okay, it means that you have not done excavation fully, but you have done almost. uh, Without any baseline, I am doing it without any baseline only to make you understand, but the baseline is very much important to make it. Okay, otherwise your all schedule will go in lost. I just recently applied 30%. It is given you that you are getting from the project is 5265, but I am gonna update it like total 6 days and remaining is 4 days. It means that 2 days has been covered, so I will consider it from 2 days has been covered. It means that I have to cover it up to 20th of October. It is just for an example. Let's schedule it. Now you can see that 2 days has been covered and it is converted into the actual without any baseline, but baseline is important. It is the actual work. The actual work is showing you the progress here, like duration percentage according to the P6. But if you go to the IPC, you have to put here the IPC. Like today is the IPC number 1, excavation for foundation. It is actually the important for the actual updates, and here you can also put the actual work what you have to do. Like for example, I write here up to month what, like 4 22 and 2023. Sorry, from month like 3 22 2023, and ending of month like from which you are asking for the payment is 4 22 2023. Important. So I am going to add the work here 1. I will add here the 1. I will write here the foundation work, and what is actually the number, if any number, but here we are not gonna add any number, we have only a continuous foundation, so I am not going to add any number here. So I will write here, I will keep it as it is. What is the total length? So the total length is actually 685.500. You can write here like this one is the total length 83.030. This one like RFT 83.0, and you have to write here 83. What is the width? The width is actually that what we have imported at 2.75. Okay, 2.75. And what is the height? The height is actually 3 feet. Okay, 3. Sorry, it is normally cluster here. I'm not going for help this one, and the height is actually 3, so you should here write here 3. And what is actually the quantity in CFT? Okay, it is actually I am going the project in CFT, so 83 multiplied 2.7. So right here, so you can write here the total quantity is 684.75, and it is actually the total. You have to add the formula of the total. The total is very much important because the IPC that's normally signed, you have to write here. You have to write here the consultant name, like the consultants you are working. I am working, for example. You can write it anyone like XYZ. You are working. The project name is PECHS project. Okay, PECHS. What is the contractor name? Design and engineers consultants. And what is the MB? So first of all, you have to create the measurement sheet. So this measurement sheet, you have to take the name here, the IPC, or you can say that MB for foundation work. And what is the sheet number? This one, you can change its color as well. Tap the color, and I am going to change its color. Okay, you can change its color. What is this one? This is a total quantity. This is actually the total quantity. The other quantity is called the quantity that is actually called summary. Okay, the MB for foundation work. Okay, and the other sheet you have to create for every work, like summary for foundation work. Important. Okay, so after creating the summary for the foundation work, what you have to do, you have to write here the serial number 1. What is the description? Foundation work. And what is the total quantity for it? Open it. You can write, see here the 684.75 CFT. You can write here 684. It means that you have to pay till today date for this quantity. You have to pay till today date for this quantity, 684. So it is actually total up to date quantity, like how much you have taken the quantity, like till today date, how much you have paid here. Okay, important. Till today date you have paid 684, and the previous paid quantity you have paid nothing, and this month you have paid 684 for the quantity. So you can write here civil work IPC, and you can write here IPC. Okay, important. It is 684, and you can go to the civil work here. You can see that it is unit. It is not meter cube, but it is actually your feet cube. Okay, it is actually here feet cube. You can change its format, like more number and format. You can find from here. It's up to you. Either you want to insert from the table. Okay, it's up to you, like fit and cube. So you have to find out it very clearly. Okay, for it you have to find out the symbols here. Okay, like go to insert and symbol here, like this one symbol, and do it close. Okay, fit cube. You have a total quantity here 1200. For example, 1200 total quantity, or you can write here 2000 for the total quantity, like CFT. And for the total quantity, this is total bill. What you have to pay is this one. This one bill you have to pay it till today date, for example. Important. Okay, so it is very huge amount what you have to pay it. Normally the foundation work is not in 1500, it is normally round about in 13 cubic feet normally here. Okay, normally here, but it is very huge rate what I have considered. But normally it is very considered that 14 rupees square feet, normally not more than this. Okay, 15, 14, not more than this. I am considering here 14 rupees square feet. Okay, so 684 rupees quantity is going to be paid. What is the previous quantity? The previous you have paid nothing. You can see that the previous you have paid nothing. Okay, if you paid nothing, it means that previously is 0. So what is this IPC? Like this month how much you have paid, the quantity. This is the executed quantities. Remember, 684 minus 0, it is actually 684, and it is given you 909,576. Okay, and the previous quantity, how much is the previous quantity? Remember that the previous quantity is always the previous multiplied by amount, it will give you previously. And how much this EPC, how much money you have paid for this EPC? 9,576. And you, when you both detect it, like you have to detect this value. Okay, now it is given you that it is 684 multiplied by 14. It's wrong somehow. Okay, it's wrong somehow. What is actually this EPC? You have to select this one, like this one, and the other thing you have to select this one and hit enter. Okay. Sorry for it, you have to detect it and enter. You can see that till today date you have to create it 9576 and total 34%. It means that till today date, like 684 divided by 2000, you will get 34%. If you want to do it manually, no problem, like 684 divided by 2000, you can see 0.342 multiplied by 100, you can get normally 34%, what actually given you here. Now for example, this is actually IPC number 1. I am going to save it somewhere else. Station multi-story building, I will write here IPC by engineer Muhammad Waleed. I will write here IPC number 1. Okay, IPC number 1, and I will save it. After saving it, what you will do, you will do it close, go it back, and again you should go estimation of multi-story building and IPC number 1, do it copy, and the other thing is that do it paste here. It's a copy here and right here IPC number 2. Okay, now IPC number 2, open this one. For example, for the foundation work, the first you have done the work 83, this one and this one, and for example you have done the 34% work. I have write here 30%, no problem. I will, if you write here 34%, it's up to you. Okay, if I write here 34% and schedule it, no problem. Okay, it is according to the execution work, like till today date you have done this work, no problem. Okay, so what is the other thing? The other thing is that you have to open it. Now you have to go ahead, you have to turn out this one and you have to move more. Okay, it's up to you, either you want to keep it continue or you want to if it's make you confused, then you can make it make a new linear, like for the IPC number 2 you can give it name, or like that IPC number 2, and for RFT or RFT. Okay, hit enter, and then it is not the individual pod, but it is coming directly under it. So what you to do, you will directly keep it under it like that. Okay, this one and this one, and click on this one, and now okay, change its color. Remember that for the IPC number 2 you can change its color, like I will select it and I will add here from this point. Okay, from, you can see here, okay, from ahead, like I will go here first, for example this point, I will go ahead, I will select up to, okay, you have to keep this, remember, okay, you have to keep this, remember that you have always find a good way to find it. Okay, and then I will drag it down from this point. You can also select it as a segment, like from, you can see that it is not showing you very clearly. It is somehow, it could be a little bit difference into it. Select it here, and at this time you have to press the C and do it close. Okay, you can see that it is normally making this one I have when close it, you can see that it is like made a parabola size. You can select it Okay, you can, it's up to you, like I don't want it, I will do it again, because I don't want a parabola shape. It is normally press the close, like select it here, select it very carefully, remember. Okay, and at this time do it to this one. One thing, make sure that the P6 is actually, this one is showing you the actual work. This is actually the actual work that is normally going at the site, and this is actually showing you the actual work at the site, like this blue bar. Whereas this IPC 34% is given you the payment what you have done till today date. Either you have give the payment according to the P6 program, like either you have done the progress at the side of 34%, but you actually want the money for the 34% or not. So it is important that you should have to keep focus, that either you have want the money at the side of this percent, or you only want the focus over it. Important. Okay, so at this time we have done only 135%. Okay, 135 quantity we have done till yet. Okay, so 135 here, 685 plus 135. Okay, so you should go to the estimating. The template we will discuss later, we can create the template over here. I will go to the estimating tab here, and at this time the same 2.75 same, and the 3 is same. It's up to you, either you want to make the formula over it, like multiply and 2.75 you can write here, and 3 you can write here, and click on OK. Like total is normally given you this one, triple one 3.8325. okay, it is normally huge enough. Let's check here what actually we got. Export to Excel. At this time open this tab, it is given you IPCRFT 135, and you can get it. If you want to do it by manually, 135 multiply 2.75 multiply by 3, hit enter. Okay, you will get the same value. Okay, I will do it round down. I will do it the bracket off, bracket on, and then hit enter. Just double one, triple 1 3. Okay, 1113 is the progress. So what should I do? I will open again my IPC number 2 sheet. Now this is a sheet, is the IPC number 2, what actually I have copied here. At this time I will write here 2 and foundation work, and at this time I will write here IPC number 2. And for example, this is from 4/22/2022 and up to 5/22, and ending of payment, or ending of, it's not ending of payment but ending of month. Okay, for example IPC number 2. So it means that total, what is actually the quantity we have done? The quantity we have done is actually 135 length, 2.75 and 3. 135, 2.75 and 3. Important. I will right click here, select here, multiply it and enter. Okay, that is 111 3.75. okay, after 111 3.75, what you will do, you will open it again, and at this time into the summary you have to write here 2, and you can write here 111 point 113. Important. So once you write here 113, now it is total up to date and previous paid quantity, what you have previously paid, it is actually 684. So you should write here 684. So this month you have paid 1113 quantity, and previous date 684, so total 1797 is done now. So go to the civil work here. At this time you can see that this 1797 is coming on the top here, multiply with 14. Okay, it means that it is total, the paid quantity is this one, because uh, once you will get 1797, okay, is the total, the previously is 684, but once you get deduct these both, you will get 1113. Like this IPC you have to pay for this quantity. So for this one you have to pay till this one is 25,158. And what is the previous? The previous is this one. It is now 1797 multiplied by 3, this one, and previous is this one 9576. If you do it minus, so this IPC you have given this IPC only of this 1 rupees. Okay, this IPC like 25 minus 9576, you will give this value, and total you have done 90%. Important, because the total quantity, then previous minus that, this is given to this IPC 1113, this one, and then 25 like total, multiply with 14, it will give you total. What is the previous? Like 684 is the previous one, and how much for this EPC you have paid? You have paid for this EPC how much? Okay, so this one and minus this one, it means that for this EPC you have paid this 1 rupees 15,582. It's up to you, either you can do it, either if you want, let's check the result with it. You can see that the same result is coming on, either 684 multiply with 14, it is giving you 9576, or with this one minus this one, hit enter, sorry, minus this one, you can see that the result is coming on here 15,582 up to 90%. Okay, so this is a 15,582. It means that the difference from the actual date and the previous date, you have this difference is coming, and till today date is given you 25,158. So go to the IPC work, it is given you previously you have paid 25,158 quantity, and previous you have paid 9576 rupees, and this 9576 rupees is given you this one total, and once you deduct this both, this one and this one, you will get 15,582 this bill. It means that for this bill you have to pay it here, and you have to do it sign here. Important. So this is the all concept for your IPC, it is important. Okay, and you have to change here monthly payment statement number 2, and you can also put the name here. Okay, thank you very much.